Hey everybody, good afternoon, happy Wednesday. My glasses are so dirty, I can't even see. It is Wednesday the 19th, free shipping day. Hope you're all doing well. If you're here, say hello. I'm going to try and clean my glasses so I might be able to see a little better. And all these lights don't help, but they help show my desktop a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing. If you're new here, my name is Leslie. I am the Plaid Poodle. I have two poodle mixes, and that's how I came up with my name. Maggie and Soxy, they are roaming the floor as we speak. And I'm going to grab my kit here. We're going to do a little watercoloring this afternoon. I'm so excited. I don't do this very often, and when I made this sample yesterday, let's turn the camera around. It was so relaxing. Now, I am not an artist by any means, so don't feel like you have to have any skill or talent to do this, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. And I hope I'm live in the right place. Let's see. If you're here, would you say hello? And tell me where you're watching from. I think I'm in the right place. I don't want to stop and start. I should be in the right place. I'm not sure I pressed the right button. My glasses. Alrighty. I'm going to just kind of use some washi tape to hold down my grid paper here. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to go ahead and excuse my reach in my arms and look at my iPad, and then I'll be able to see if I'm where I'm supposed to be. How embarrassing would that be? It's my worst fear, y'all. Turn my volume down so that doesn't, let's see. Yes, I am here. Okay, I am on Facebook. And let's see if I'm on the YouTubes. Talk amongst yourselves while I figure this out. Usually someone's here to say hello. I see there's eyes watching me, but you guys are being shy. So, yes, I am here. Great. It always scares me. I should have that iPad set up so that I know what's going on. Okay, the card. Back to the card. We're going to do some watercoloring. I've got a little cup of water here. This is very easy to do, and I wanted to tell you that the stamp set I'm using today, along with the coordinating dies, here we go. It's so cute, and I believe the dies are, everything's on last chance sale. I believe the dies are only $13, if I remember correctly. I looked at it yesterday. So don't buy the bundle if you're interested in this bundle. Buy the stamp set and the dies separate, and you'll save so much money. But yeah, I couldn't believe the price on the dies. So they must have a really big overstock on them, and they're offering it at such a low price. And also, today only is free shipping. So remember that. That's about an 11% savings. So I always love free shipping. Okay. Hi, Kathy. How are you? I'm getting ready for you tomorrow. I'm getting all the class kits put together today. That's one of my main focuses today. Besides this, is putting class kits together for tomorrow. I'm so excited. If you're new here, I do a monthly card party. On the third Thursday of every month, I have an afternoon session and an evening session, and we just chat and eat good, fattening food and make pretty cards. So if you're in the Kansas City area, check out my events calendar for the next one. But I usually plan it unless there's some big thing that gets in the way. It's usually the third Thursday of the month. Okay, so what we're going to do for this card, let's get back to our project. I've made a card base out of a 5.5 by 8.5 inch piece of thick basic white cardstock. This is a little heavier than your normal, and I like to use it for card bases. And then I've scored it at 4 1/4, folded in half on that score line, and that makes my card base. Then I've cut a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch Pool Party cardstock. I love this color. It's kind of turquoisey, very summery, very beachy vibe. And I used the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. If you can see that. It kind of looks like stucco, I thought. So I thought it would be cute to use for this card since it's you know, a front door or a back door. Hi Kim, how are you? We're just getting started. I'm just being chatty Cathy this afternoon and not getting on with it. Okay, and either the bossed or embossed side, the debossed or embossed side works great with this embossing folder. It's a great background for your cards. Okay. Now, I'm going to set this aside. This is going to be basically our card base, and then we're going to do some watercoloring. I have used a piece of, this is our shimmery white cardstock, which was on the last chance list and has already sold out. It's very good for watercolor. It has a little shimmer to it. You can't probably see it on the camera, I doubt. But we don't need to talk about it because it is sold out. But we do have the great watercolor paper, and I've listed all the supplies I'm using today in the description below. So the watercolor paper would work just as well for this project. Kim says she's great. She's glad she caught me. She was running late trying to get cornbread in the oven for dinner later. Oh, I love cornbread. I just got done with lunch. I made myself a little taco salad with taco leftovers. So my tummy is full. Cathy, this is Pool Party. If that's the color you were wanting to know, that's the Pool Party. It's kind of a turquoisey color. I love it. It's a favorite. I don't know if it's in the new catalog or not. We had a color refresh. Y'all, if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and would like a catalog, please let me know and I will get one in the mail to you. Just, I put my contact information in the description below and you can just reach out to me and I would be happy to send you a catalog. I received mine. I send myself one so I know when the mailer comes out. So if you have ordered from me in the last 6 to 9 months, you should receive a catalog in the next week or two. If you don't, let me know. Because those mass mailers, sometimes they're not really... Things get lost, is all I'm saying. And I can't show you the inside of the catalog until the catalog goes live on May 4th. I don't know why that rule is, but it's just a rule. I don't know if Stampin' Up! Would fire me if I showed you. But I wanted to see if Pool Party is remaining. That makes me very happy because I like Pool Party. Okay, Cathy, we can order from the... new catalog on May 4th. And Kim got hers the other day. Yay. Okay. Cathy, did yours come? Because you're local to me, and I got mine this last weekend. Okay, I need to get started or we're never going to get finished. I'm just in a talky mood. I'm in a chatty mood. You know, my husband doesn't work from home anymore. Well, he does 2 days a week now. His company called them all back. And I guess I need to have somebody to talk to. Okay, I'm going to use my Stamparatus. It's a stamp placement tool that has retired. It's been discontinued. And so I'm sorry about that. If you're interested in a stamp placement tool, there are many on the market. One major one that you can get. That they all work kind of the same. I thought ours was a little special because it's very different than most. But I just wanted to make sure my outline here for my watercoloring gets nice. And with the stamp placement tool, you can, you know, do another impression. See how I missed the door? And that could have been just because I didn't put enough pressure. But because I'm using the Stamparatus, I can come back, and there we go. I'm going to do it one more time. I might not be inking it up very well. Another important thing I need to mention is to use a good ink when you're watercoloring. StazOn. I am using StazOn. It's a solvent ink. It's not a water-based ink because you don't want it to blur with the water. It's a permanent ink. All right, I think that's good enough. So your paper and your ink is important when watercoloring. If you use just a plain, like a plain white cardstock to watercolor on, if you're just doing a slight wash or something like that, it would be okay. But if you're doing a lot of detail work or using your brush a lot, it's going to have a tendency to pill up because of the water. That's why you want to use a paper that's good for watercoloring. Okay, now my colors I'm using are, I'm going to start with the door. I'm using soft suede. Kind of looks yellow, doesn't it? And I'm going to squeeze my stamp pad together really hard. Sometimes I put it on the floor, which I'm going to have to, but be very careful because it could crack. And I kind of step on it. And you'll see why I'm doing that. I'm just using a little bit of pressure. Not a lot. It's just going to add some ink to the lid is what I wanted it to do. And then I'm going to use my water painters. And for the door, I'm using the smallest little detail brush. They come in a set of 3. And you can put water in, and I have water in them, and squeeze the water. Or I just like to use a cup. I just feel like I have a little bit more control when I use a cup. And then I always like to keep a paper towel handy just to add, absorb up a little water. I don't know why, but watercoloring with this soft suede, it's like kind of a yellowish green instead of stamping with it. So I'm just gonna see how easy this is. It's like coloring. And I'm going to show you how I kind of made the shadows on that door here in a minute. It's real simple too. Like I said, I am not an artist by any means. And my skill set is not one of fine art. Isn't that weird, Kim, how it changed like that? I don't know. I should pull out a stamp and do it. Now, soft suede is retiring. It's not caring for it. I do remember that because I think a lot of people are disappointed. I didn't care about soft suede, but I use it a lot. So I'm using this fine tip brush just so I can pull the color. Like I said, it's just like using a pencil or, you know, like a watercolor pencil or a colored pencil or a, I even hold it like a pencil, not like a brush. I don't know. Okay, now I'm going to fill in this center. So I'm going to have to add some more ink to my lid. And I'm just kind of doing a wash for that. And then I'm going to add some in a minute to kind of give it that. It kind of looks like Grandma's front door, doesn't it? I might have got a little crazy with the shadowing, but I kind of like how it turned out. Hey, Carol, how are you? Okay, I forgot to do the door frame. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what this card measures. It measures 4 1/4 by 3. I don't know that that matters. We could have made it bigger. Oh my gosh. We could have made it bigger. I just wanted some of that texture to show through from the embossing folder. Okay. I'm going to add some more ink to my... You can also use re-inkers when you do this and just, you know, put a couple... Oh, there it goes. Put a couple drops in your lid and... but that, I get a little nervous because that's a lot of ink. And it's very liquidy. So I didn't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water. And then I'm going to take it just around the edges of these little squares. And see how I'm just kind of making circles? This is darker than I wanted it to be, but we can add a little bit of more water and kind of pull it out. See how I'm kind of just doing a little circles. Kind of, that's how I got this little shadowy effect and made it look kind of like Grandma's door. It looks like a door that you would want to come in and have a cup of tea and visit with your good friend. Very comfy, cozy door. And of course, I'm going a lot faster today with you guys because you don't want to sit here and watch me do this all day. And watercolor, it's never going to be exactly the same from this time to next time, right? Because it's just very I don't like how this looks. I'm going to see what happens if I add a little water to kind of... thin that out a little bit. All right, I kind of scribbled outside the lines here, so I'm just going to take my brush and make it look like I did that on purpose. It's just going to add a little bit more shadow. But you guys get the idea. It's very easy. You don't have to be an artist to do this. And it's really kind of fun. It's very relaxing to me. Okay, there's my door. It's a little different than this one. This one has more light reflecting. The sun has kind of gone down on this door. The sun is way out on this door. Okay, I think that's it with the soft suede. Then I filled the inside of the door with the balmy blue. I could have used some more Pool Party. Kathy, yes, since you're coming to my, did you get my text last night? if you can get me your order in any amount, I'm letting my you don't. It doesn't have to be $75 since you're coming to my class, and you're local to me. I'm offering free shipping because I'm going to do a group order, so it'll all ship to one place anyway. So Kathy, if you want to order something to count for your class order tomorrow, and I will honor that $5 coupon from the class. But you have to get it to me today as soon as possible so I can, because things are running out. I had somebody text me an order and both things she wanted are gone already. So if you could, yeah, go ahead. Just text me or call me later when I get off here, or email me and we'll get that added, and then you can just pay me Thursday. So I hope that made sense. Okay, I'm going to put away the fine tip brush for the inside of the door, and I'm going to pull out this medium one. We're going to use all three of them today. And I'm just going to do a little bit of a wash in here. And then we're going to stamp over it with our sentiment. I'm kind of swirling it around just to kind of make it look like the air. I don't know what that means. Like, can we see the air? No, we can't see the air. But you know, when you look in the sky isn't all solid. There's like little light that shines through. So that's why I'm kind of swirling my brush around, and it kind of looks, you know, it's not a solid dark color. All right, that's all the blue we're going to use. And the final color is the Smoky Slate. I'm stronger today than I was yesterday. Yesterday I had to put all of these on the floor and kind of add pressure with my foot. Okay, I'm going to use the real thick brush tip. I guess they're all brush tips. And this is also going to be a wash, but I'm going to kind of do this. I'm going to kind of just dop it kind of around the door. We haven't done our spring cleaning yet. And the walls are a little dusty. I don't know. This could be opening to the outside, I suppose. But don't most doors open to the inside? All right, there we go. Just a little shadow there. That is all the painting. I'm going to add a little rustic metallic dot for the doorknob. We're going to paint the little cat image. And I was going to show you how to do that. We'll go ahead and grab that while we're here. And I went ahead and die cut the hearts. This is also a piece of the shimmery white cardstock. And I'm going to use the Stays On again for my little cat. We're going to have to die cut this. I'll do them on the other end. He's so cute. I mean, I am such an animal lover. This set is worth it just for that cute cat. You could put that cat everywhere. All right, and then I'm going to grab my pumpkin pie. I was going to show you something else you could do with your water painters. I'm going to just put a little ink from these are Stampin' Write markers. They are water-based. Don't use your Stampin' Blends. Those are alcohol-based. And then we're just going to pick up a little of that ink off of the block. I wanted this to be like an orange tabby cat. So I'm using pumpkin pie. I'm just going to kind of, I don't know if doing this will add texture to her. Not really. She's so tiny. I've decided she's a female. I don't know why. Just decided that. Okay, so you can always use your water-based markers with the aqua painters. Or we could have taken, let me grab a block and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You could take a block. I'll use the, hey Mary Gunn. You can do this. Put your ink on the block and use that as well instead of squeezing your pads, and use this for your palette as well. I could have done that as well. All right, we're going to die cut that little kitty out. I'm kind of waiting for this to dry so we can stamp our sentiment on top. Mary, I was just saying that this little kitty in this set is worth the price of admission for this set. I would buy this just for this little kitty because, and I thought instantly in my head, Craft Roulette might have one of the options or one of the things, parameters might be a cat. So you'd have a cat. I instantly thought that in my head. I didn't say it out loud, but since you joined us, I'm going to say it out loud. You guys need to join Mary on Fridays at 6, is it 6:30 Central Time, Mary? For Craft Roulette on YouTube, right? Did I get that right? We're going to cut this little kitty out. There is a random parameter that says add a cat, so I got one. I have to keep that stamp set for infinity because I might have to do a Craft Roulette card that needs a cat. And she's so tiny, you could just stick her anywhere. $6:30 for the show, $6:10 for the slideshow. Great. Just hop on there at 6 o'clock on Fridays. I turn it on a lot and watch it. I don't say anything. Me and my old fogey husband, we just sit in our recliners and I don't know what he's watching, but I just channel swim, or he channel swims and or a lot of times we're babysitting grandchildren, to be quite honest, on Friday nights. Okay, I think this is dry enough, and so, oh, okay, Chatterbox starts at 5:50. There you go. You guys hop on there. I am using, because it was made to be used in that doorway, and it just works perfectly, the My Door is Always Open for You. Don't you love that font? And I am going to also use the Stays On ink for that. This is a photopolymer stamp, and I always like to put something soft underneath it. This is a paper piercing mat from Stampin' Up, but you could use a mouse pad. Some people even have used, you know, placemats, those vinyl placemats, just something with a little cushion. I probably inked it up way more than I needed to. I'm always concerned. And then I always go 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, boom. That's my little thing. We're going to put the kitty on last. Okay, I've got this piece of Poppy Parade. It measures 4.5 by 3. Well, 3 3 1/8. It looks like. Probably I had to cut it that way to frame out my shimmery white cardstock there. I just wanted a tiny little frame around that watercolor. Again, I didn't want to cover up my texture from the embossing folder, is why I did that. I tried it without the Poppy Parade frame, and I didn't like it. I just thought it popped a little bit more with the little frame around it, so I added that later. All right, we're going to put our little kitty on here, and I'm going to put her on with some mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Here's my little sample. I'm just going to put her right there. She's standing there waiting for you to get here. Come on in. And then I just added a few hearts around my sentiment. These were die cut from the coordinating dies that comes with the bundle. Got lots of dies. Like I said, I think when I looked last night, these were only $13. So get on Pinterest and just search Warm Welcome, Stampin' Up! Warm Welcome, and look at some samples and see if that's something that you can't live without. It is retiring, so after this catalog, May 3rd will be the last day you can grab that, if they are still there. It's while supplies last. Like I said, today is free shipping. If you go, there's a link to shop at my store down in the description. You can hop on over there and see what you want to see. You don't have to buy, but you can see what's available. And all the last chance products, there's some up to 60% off. So, and then free shipping, that's a good deal. Okay, we need to add the little doorknob and then we're done. Hey, Candy. Good to see you, lady. I just used the smallest one. They come in 2 sizes. I used the smaller size. It fit perfectly right there on the doorknob. And since this is Grandma's door, I had to use the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. And it went really well. It looks good with that soft suede. Okay, guys, that is today's project. It's easy watercoloring. As you can see, the one I took more time with turned out a little better than the one I did today, but I didn't want to take up your valuable time. I think this one still looks okay. It's just I think this one looks better. But I'll still mail this one to somebody. I'd be proud to mail it to somebody. Anyway, if you have any questions or if I can help you with anything, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And this is Wednesday, so I will see you Monday at 2 p.m. Central for Make It Monday. And if I don't talk to you before then, you all have a great weekend and happy stamping. We'll talk soon. Thank you so much for joining me.